Very competitive game today again, between two very good sides, two of the best sides in this league. Draw probably would have been a fair result. As it goes into the final stages of the game, a single goal's always going to win the game. I'd say we edged the first half. We nullified their threat, stopped their wingers getting on the ball, stopped them getting into good areas. Their number 9, Wilson, who's played at a very high level and earned good money. We stopped him hurting us in behind, and we just didn't convert. We created a number of good chances there. Keeper had a good game first half. Second half, even, but I thought they edged it and we dropped a little bit too deep. And then just disappointing to lose to a set piece, to a corner, something we've talked about. We talked about it before the game, we talked about it at half time, we talked about how we expected us to be the better team in the penalty box, both penalty boxes from set pieces. That's probably the most frustrating thing. I thought the best player on the pitch today was in a black and white shirt. I thought Luke Johnson was phenomenal today. I thought it's one of the best performances I've seen from a midfielder at this level. It's probably on par with Danny House's performance away at Hull last year, and I'm really pleased for Luke. He's missed games for being away, and when he's come in, he's just 100% committed. Likewise with his brother Ryan, who again extremely consistent whichever position I play him in, and the game plan sort of worked, having that experience of him, Brett, Jonesy and Jamie at the back, until it came to the set piece. We've got to remember, it's only a second defeat. We're still 7 points above them. That's the big factor. They're celebrating, and rightly so. You celebrate a win, but we're still 7 points above them. We're still destiny in his own hands, and we're disappointed. But it's not a disaster. It's start of December. It's a loss of 3 points, nothing else. We're 7 points ahead of them. Last season we took 4 points off Hemsworth. Hallam have taken 4 points off us. Hemsworth still went on and won the league. We've got to go and do the same. Use that as a motivation. Lads will go and have a good night together tonight. They deserve that for what they've done in the first 21 games. We'll then train Wednesday. It'll be short. It'll be sharp. It'll be bright. There'll be a good atmosphere about it, and then we'll go to West Ella on Saturday and we'll put it right. And there should be no panic, there should be no frustration. We've got to just remember where we are and what we've achieved, and the pressure's going to build, and we can't create our own pressure. We've got to make sure we minimise the pressure we create on each other and the players, and that's from people who watch, the people within the club, me and Dung, and the players themselves, because we've got to enjoy it, and if we enjoy it, we'll remain to be in that top 2 and we'll remain to be the team to beat. So yes, disappointed to not get the 3 points, disappointed to lose to one of our rivals, but it's not a disaster, and we'll quickly put it right on Saturday.
Obviously very disappointed with the result, losing 6-4 in extra time, been 2-0 up at half time. Really thought we should have seen the game out. Referee decisions cost us really. I'm not making excuses, but in my own eyes, and I think in Wetzer's eyes, the referee shouldn't be reffing the standard of football he was today. More so probably over 35's level. Got offside wrong for their first goal in the first 5 minutes second half, 10-yard offside, just miles behind play, and then giving them a penalty in the last minute when we're 3-2 up for what nobody knows is why he's give it, only him. Has cost us the game. Not just using that as an excuse, thinking that I think us as a team got too involved with the referee, getting on his back, which then I think that made it worse for us. And all in all, Brinsworth not bullied, but they took advantage of it. They appealed for every decision. They got the decisions, which got our back up even more. And just not good enough. Not good enough to throughout. Really, we should have seen the game out 2-0 up. That's the disappointing part of it. And obviously, especially when you're 3-2 up, then with 3 minutes to go, you should be thinking the game's done and buried, and we're into the semi-final. But like I say, the referee's given something there what nobody knows, only him. And when we've asked him, he just chooses to ignore you with arrogance. So one that we will sort out behind closed doors and probably send reports in. Obviously, is just not good enough. Standard referee is not good enough. And also the other gripe that I have got, which I will put out there, not having linesmen at a quarter-final cup game is an absolute joke when you're playing at a standard that I think warrants linesmen at quarter-finals of League Cups. So not happy bunny, but we go again on the 17th. In the last 16 of the Association Cup against Swinton Reserves, and I'm sure that we'll bounce back and get the right result there. So up the church.